Hey there, Capricorns. I wanted to come on early and start getting the March 2019 spreads done. So hello, everyone, and Capricorns in particular. As always, I'm going to start with a channeled message from Spirit, followed up with my own custom tarot spread that's designed to tell you your soul level lesson, your human level, day-to-day level lesson, the energy that's the crossing energy, the challenge, your area of growth, with a little bit of a past, present, future. And then we're going to go into a little love read, a little love, money, spiritual growth. So that's the custom spread. Hey, I can see chats this time. Hey, Taylor. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Edge Boogie. Without further ado, though, oh, and thank you to the people who have been donating. If y'all want to donate, that link's down below. Or if you want to contribute in other ways, a subscribe, a comment after the video is posted, and a thumbs up go great ways to help support this channel. So I love you all, and let's get to it, Capricorns. Capricorns. Now is not the time to play small. Now is not the time to be okay with how things are. As much as we always say it's the journey of getting ready, to be getting ready, to be getting ready, to be getting ready, to be getting ready. Kelly likes to call it your next step, the next thing to learn to get to where you want to be, the next thing to do to get to where you want to be. Sometimes part of that, a step is, well, I'm going to go easy on myself. I've been working for 4 days. I'm going to take a day off. There's a difference between listening to your body. When do you need a day off? When do you need to refuel and recharge? Versus I'm settling, I'm placating. Go big, go grander. Ask for the higher amount if you're going for a pay raise. Sell out a bigger venue if you're doing a venue. Ask for you know what, if I could have it all my way. We know it's not your birthday month, Capricorns, but for example's sake, go ahead and go big and say, you know what, if I could have it all my way, I would love dinner and then a movies, and I would love it if you did all the driving so I didn't have to worry about it. And I would love a cupcake from here, followed up by tea from here. Go ahead and ask. It's not about asking big in manifestations. It's about sharing your dreams in a big way with those that are around you, to allow them to have the opportunity to come up and go, dang, I love your vision. I want to help. Dang, I love your vision. I want to contribute. Dang, I love your vision. I want to partner with you and be part of it. I love your vision. Can I be the one to take you out to dinner and buy you the cupcake? It's about allowing yourself to be in the field of possibilities of, if I could have it all my way, here are things that I would enjoy in my life. From that moment, that is your starting pad for that much more. That's your starting point. I would love to begin experiencing these kind of financial successes. I would love to be experiencing these kind of interactions with men. I would love to be experiencing more happiness in my life. I would love to be experiencing however nitty-gritty detailed you want to be, and then know that what you want is there. Your inner being, the part of you that is always connected to source, your internal spirit guide, your soul, your higher self knows how to get here. You're now on the journey to get to enjoy the unfoldment. Some people get married sooner. Some people hit the big money sooner. Some people have the perfect body sooner. If you have one area completely done and you're starting over at a new area, don't judge yourself for not being up here. Go, okay, I'm on the journey until that area gets brought up to here. And in the next area, and in the next area. Go ahead and allow yourself to realize it's not about realizing you could have it all. It's about being willing to verbalize and express your dreams this month, Capricorns. Without further ado, we invite Kelly to pull the cards. Hey, Holly. I like that. Know that you can get your farm in any other way. That's just one way you can get your farm, Holly. Be open to universe. If there's a different way, I would love to be aware of it. Okay, wow, we got a lot of Capricorns. We got some good stuff coming in. We got, love. We got some love offers coming in, guys. It may not be the one, but there's some love offers coming in. Money looks okay. It looks okay. Ooh, spiritual growth. You got some studying to do. Okay, so I'm going to use two decks. I'm going to use a traditional tarot deck and an oracle deck. You guys seem to like that deck. But okay, so for your soul level lesson, wow, your soul level lesson is the Queen of Raphael. This is really, Capricorns, about embodiment, about embodying the fact that you are a spiritual being, down here having a human level life, and it's being in your body, it's being present with the other person. Yeah, it's really about owning that you can be powerful and know what you want and express it without pummeling others over. You can be powerful and express your desires without hurting others. Others' reactions and responses to it, that's their own journey. But it's about knowing that it's about boundaries. So let me explain boundaries to you, Capricorns, and if there's any cross watchers. A lot of times people think a boundary is a, no, you can't do that thing to me. Don't do that bad, mean thing to me. No, I said you couldn't call me after 8 and you called me at 8:01. You're bad. A lot of times when people are first tapping into their emotions and boundaries, they say that, well, this is what I don't want to happen to me. So that's a great starting point. There's a great starting point because first you have to know what you don't like so that you can know what you do like. Once you get that settled, though, then you have to tap into, what do you like? Oh, well, I know I don't like people calling me after 11 p.m. Well, now I know that I like people who like to play in the morning. I want someone who will go on a sunrise hike with me, not someone who wants to go drinking at the bars at night. But there's also some people who are, the hell is this person doing? Call me at 6 in the morning. I want someone who, I like going out at night and grabbing a drink and enjoying the sunset. It's about moving towards what you do like. And it's about knowing that it's like, you know, the whole cliche, it's safe to be powerful. It's about when you're coming from a place of expressing, man, I really like going out for a drink at night and just watching the sunset, feeling the soft cool of my breeze, and I'm spending my evening with the person who's most important to me. That's what really tops my day off. That's what I really like. That's not going to hurt anyone. Why do you have to wake up so early in the morning? I told you not to call me before 8 a.m. That's just a ridiculous time. Do you see how there's two different ways to communicate it? When you come from a place of expressing what you love, it's going to be more including for people to know if they want to come with you for the journey or if they want to go, you know what, that's not my thing, but you enjoy, talk to me about it later. So your soul is really trying to tell you it's safe for you to really tap into what you want and express it. Friendships, as you grow, you may lose some friendships. New friendships may come in. As long as you don't have malicious intent, you guys got to powerful be you. Okay, so because in terms of your day-to-day Capricorns, oh, interesting. This is what Spirit was talking about when they were channeling 8 of Raphael. So this is your soul level lesson, that it's okay to be powerful and express, and you want to move towards what you do like. The 8 of Raphael is really about the 8 of Raphael is literally the day-to-day embodiment of that. The 8 of Raphael is about knowing that how you're going about doing things right now, although it served you up until today, it no longer serves you. You know, maybe you used to work at a company where you would, if your boss needed extra work, you would volunteer for overtime and you never questioned it and you just kept doing it and going for it, doing, going. If there's a part of you that thought, this is providing me financial security, this is providing me job security, then that was taking care of you for a while. But if there's a part of you that's really yearning to start your own business, your first step, you don't go from, Spirit was talking about here to here and you want to run your own business. You don't go from working for someone else full-time to overnight quitting and starting a business and making $1 million. No, while you're working the day job, you make the website. While you're working the day job, you look for a side job. While you're working the day job, you learn how to do sales. And so for you, the example given, your first step might actually be saying no to overtime and dealing with a little bit of socialness that might happen. Because if your boss is used to you always saying yes, there's going to be a little bit of well, why aren't you doing it anymore? So it's about knowing that it's time for you to make a shift to start getting towards what you really want. It's really good to tap into what you want at the emotional level and in that energetic level and be safe and powerful in that. From there, you always have to follow it up with action, guys. You always have to follow up with action. And it's not quit your job, trust, blind faith, start a company on your own. It's if you just did 5%, 5% more. That's what this card is telling you. If you would just do, what's some 5% more that you could do? And let's use the example of losing weight. If you're trying to lose weight, what is one thing that you could do that would help you lose weight? I'm not asking you to completely overhaul and change your diet, but if you have a belief system that eating an apple a day will get me healthier and I will eat less, then just start with eating an apple a day. But go ahead and get that chimichanga for lunch. Go ahead and get that dessert for dinner. Whatever it is you were normally eating beforehand, whatever. I love burritos. That was my thing. Still eat that, but eat that one apple a day, 5% more. And then in like 21 days, 30 days, eating an apple is going to become your new norm. You're just going to be eating it normally. So then once you then take that step and solidify that new step, then you're like, well, what's another 5% more I could do? Well, I suppose I could, instead of eating refried beans, I could eat whole pinto beans. Do that. Get used to that for a month. 5% more. 5% more, Capricorns. That's the message. Okay, so in terms of the challenge for Capricorns this month, you got the 6 of Ariel. Oh, Capricorn, do you want to know what this is? I'm going to read it to you and then I'm going to interpret it for you. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. This means, Capricorns, quit being controlling. Like literally, Capricorns, it means that. Know, though, that controlling does not always mean bad. We know that, like, that abusive story of like the dad who's so controlling and it was abuse and all of that. But sometimes control doesn't have to be abuse. Sometimes control is about protecting yourself. Like there's sometimes, and I'll give you guys like a good example. There's sometimes when I want to go out, but I want to control all the planning. I want to be the one to plan it because I don't go out that often. I don't have a lot of socialization time in terms of like big kind of extroverted events. So when I do go out, I want to make sure that I have a really good time. So I like to plan the logistics there. I like to plan the event. I like to be the one to buy the tickets just to make sure things go smoothly because I don't do big events that often. So I want to make sure it goes smoothly. That's not malicious. That's not telling people you better be here at 8. It's the, hey, I've planned for a car to come here at 8, pick us up. I've already bought all the tickets. So we got to knock off the fact that control has a negative connotation with it. And after that, you then have to realize, though, that sometimes when you think big, I want to achieve this really big, great thing, sometimes people have to help you get there. So you have to let go of the how. So for those of you who are starting your own business, letting go of control, letting go of the how is going to be your biggest challenge this month. So if you're starting a business and you hire help, I can almost guarantee the person's not going to get it done the exact way that you would have done it. Sometimes they do it better, though. Sometimes they do it the way you would have done it. Sometimes they do it worse. We love it when it happens this way, when they do it better, but it's, you got to let go of the how. It's just if you're focused on, I need my boss to give me a pay raise, how would you feel if your boss gave you a pay raise? Well, I would feel validated. I would feel heard. I would feel like my work was respected. I would feel like my employer really appreciated me. And you know what? I also feel like it would be easy to get the pay raise. I don't want to go through the hassle of making my resume and going on interviews and all of that hassle and then negotiating. If he would do it, it'd just be easy. So focus on those emotions. I explained this all in my 6 Weeks to Master Law of Attraction course on my website, guys, if you want this broken down in more detail. You focus on those emotions and go, universe, I now know I want more money and I want to feel appreciated. I want to feel heard. I want to feel respected. And I want it to be easy. I just want more money to come in and I want it to be easy. I'm not going to lie, universe, I want it to be easy. Then that's when a friend will say, hey, I've got a job for you over here. That's when your boss will give you the pay raise. Or that's when maybe you'll win the lottery. When you let go of the how, this one person must do this one exact thing. If they would do that, how would you feel? And then let the universe deliver that to you. And I'll give you a personal example since a lot of you know me from Tyler. I literally went and had a moment where I was like, universe, you know what? I love my YouTube channel. I love making videos. But right now I'm trying to do YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, like all these different platforms. I was like, this just feels like way too hard. It's exhausting trying to keep up with all of it. And universe, I want to start doing live events. And by the way, can you make it easy? Tyler literally called me the next day and he went, hey, I want to start doing live events, but I don't want to do the planning of it. You give me the link and I want to meet these people. I want to meet my followers. And I was like, so we're going to do a joint show? He was like, yeah, you'll do all the planning, all the logistics, all the emails and questions. I'm like, yeah. And I was like, you'll announce it on your show? He's like, yeah. Let it be easy, guys. But you got to let go of the how. Because in the moment, I wasn't, universe, you have to make Tyler call me, and he has to want to do a show with me, and he has to want to start in California, and he has to be willing to No, I don't even know all of that. I don't even know where we're going to do our second show yet. We know we want to do it. See, that's the queen. We know we want to do it. If I could have it all my way, I'd be traveling around the world. All my finances will be taken care of. I'll be positively impacting people's lives. I'll feel good. They'll feel good. And their lives will be better after having us met. And my life will be better after I met. If I could have it all my way, that's what I want. Soul. And then it's okay. If I could do 5% more on the day-to-day level, what would that be? I was like, well, 5% more. What if I just got in the energy of thinking of a few places that I would want to do a show at and scouted out areas? So I already had 2 little venues that I'm like, these would be really cool metaphysical stores to do a show at. And then when Tyler called, let go of the control, let go of the how will people find out about the event? How will it sell? I was like, I actually already have a venue, and I have a venue in Austin, Texas. Why don't we do California first? Okay, so that's how those 3 steps are going to work for you guys. Okay, in terms of your past, hey, Janine, your past, you got the 4 of Ariel upright. Okay, so this just means you hit a bit of resistance for my law of attraction followers. You hit a bit of a sad moment. Maybe you're hitting the wintertime blues and you're just starting to come out of it. Or if you're in a really wintry area, then your ass is still in the wintertime blues. Sorry, that sucks. But just in the past, it's just let me pull it back. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So in the past, you got the 4 of air reverse, which just means you were going through a little bit of a sad moment, a little bit of a tough times, a little bit of a hard times. It's not major, but where it was coming from, this is the clarifying card, the Tower reverse. So the sadness was coming from being a little resistant to change. The best example I could give you, going with my example for doing the show, is if I resist thinking I have to do it all on my own, I can't let help in, that's this. If you are wanting to lose weight, but no, I'm not giving up my chocolate, this is what you have to do. Since you're not doing it, it's bringing sadness. So there was something disappointing in your recent past, and the disappointment is stemming from you had to view life a little bit differently. The fact that they're both reversed, though, you very likely have already had your epiphany moment and tapped into your growth. Okay, in terms of the current moment, okay, I pulled a clarifying. Current moment, High Priestess upright. So High Priestess upright means that you guys are like spiritual awakening. So some of you are probably going through if you're doing mainly spiritual growth, you're going through your Kundalini awakening, ascension, 3D to 5D, whatever you want to call it. It's also could just be that you are starting to step into your power more. You're like, whoa, I just spoke up to that guy and said, excuse me, and nothing bad happened. So you're definitely feeling very, very empowered in the current moment. And no, some of you, you may not be getting everything that you want at the human level, the more money, the love, the yada, yada, but you're starting to feel more possible. You're starting to feel more like this is possible for someone like me. And the fact that you're at least starting to feel hope is really making you starting to like fall in love with life more, is really starting to make you realize that you're really just the combo of both of these in the current moment, Capricorns, you're really starting to realize that like there's hope. It's possible for someone like me. It's kind of like you're starting to become okay with the journey. You're like, so this is my starting point. You're really starting to feel very hopeful, and you're really starting to believe that you can do it. Whether or not you're at that point to pull the trigger and do the thing, you're still at a point where you're like, hey, I'm starting to believe in myself. I'm starting to believe that this is possible. So this is a beautiful moment for you Capricorns to be at. Okay, and in terms of coming into the future, you got the wheel upright. So that means change is coming, Capricorn. That means change is coming. It definitely, let me pull some clarifying cards, though. That's interesting. We got the equivalent. Yeah, wow, that's really, okay, this is good. Wow. Okay, so you got the wheel coming in the future. And so the wheel is change is coming no matter what. You tend to see the change ahead. Kind of like going with my story, I said I'm going to start doing live events and live shows. So I have to change the way that I present myself, because obviously what I do at home is going to be different than what I would do in live with person. So there's an obvious change coming your way, okay? When I pulled clarifying cards, it's really about the change ahead that's coming for you guys. Is you're moving from a place of like thinking life is hard, being scatterbrained, some people call this. You're moving away from a place of thinking there must be something wrong with me, into realizing, hey, it doesn't matter if I'm not good at everything I do. I'm like perfect just the way I am. So it's kind of like, it's that radical self-love. It's that radical self-acceptance. Yeah, I'm not so good at that. That's not my strength. But I'm really good at these things. Like that's these two. And this one, this change. So this change is a good change, guys. This is a really good change, Capricorns. Go Capricorns! Team Capricorn! Fist bump! And this one is like, it's a little bit of a regal energy. It's a little bit of kind of knowing that it's okay to want to thrive. It's okay to want to be at your best. You know, sometimes when I coach people in my one-on-one coaching packages, which I will have an opening in mid-March, guys. So just go to my website and apply for that if you want, or you can purchase a 90-minute read and we could do a little intensive, see how it goes from there and talk about it afterwards. But a lot of times people who are trying to kind of earn more than their parents ever earned or just cross an income threshold, they have to let go of that belief that if they earn money, they're taking away from others. And it's really about, remember the boundary thing we were talking about? No, I don't want to take away from others. No, I don't want to hurt others. You got to go towards what do you want? Well, I want enough money to be able to take my daughter on a vacation, to buy this, to buy that. I want to move towards that. And it's okay that my level of thriving, not just surviving, not just eating out of a cans of beans every month and top ramen and living in the barest bone apartment because it will do, it's good enough. It's no, you know what? I want the house that has a beautiful view. That's where I will get to be able to wake up and live my best life. Some people, though, they're like, no, I want simple. I just want a little one-bedroom apartment. Some people want that. It's about you recognizing that it's okay to craft your life around what makes you thrive. So this is, wow, Capricorns, wow. That's huge, man. That's fucking huge. All right, so let's go on to love. This is kind of exciting. Okay. This is interesting, though. So you got the Three of Gabriel. Three of Gabriel tends to be new energy coming in. Okay, I'm just going to show you all of them. So you got the Three of Gabriel, which tends to indicate ships coming in, new love coming in. And you got the Page of Gabriel. Pages tend to indicate communication. It is the Gabriel suit. So both of these are Gabriel suits. They're not the Cups suit. They're not the water suit. And that's just when it's like super lovey-dovey, super romantic. That'd be like your Pisces, your Cancers, your Scorpios. Gabriel is the work suit, but you're Capricorns and you're all about work. So it just kind of means the love offering that's coming in will very likely have a serious tone to it. Will very likely have no, we need to talk about these things first before we reconcile, like if it's an ex who's coming back. Okay, so now that I've given you guys the good news, someone wants to come in and communicate with you and like, hey, can we work things out? Because it's the work one. So it probably is an ex, guys, just being honest. You don't have the Judgment card, so it's not 100% guaranteed to be an ex coming back, but it's the Page of Gabriel. And so Three of Gabriel, so it's either, you are either going to get a love offer or you're going to meet potentials that you're like, wow, I'm actually starting to meet men. I'm actually starting to meet women who I deem worthy, who I deem of high quality enough to be my wife, to be my husband. So you're really going to start having your eyes opened up to that more. But you have the Emperor here. The Emperor so it means it will be mature love. It will mean that it's going to be taken seriously. People aren't going to be coming in with just like let's be booty calls. But so that's on the positive side of it, that will have a serious tone. People will have like a serious kind of outlook on it. But on the negative side, you guys got to watch it. It's either going to be you or for the person you're dealing with. The Emperor can indicate control. And since y'all were supposed to be giving up control, might be you, Capricorns. This means that if someone asks you for a date, if it will flow and go with it. Don't try to change it, because if you change it, then you feel like you contributed and then you can relax. You got to like, The person coming in is either going to offer it in a way of like, hey, this is the type of relationship that I can offer to you. Do you like it? Yes or no? A little dictatorship. Or your goat ass might get in the way and try to change too much because you know how to make the plan better. Then you're going to F it up. Let me pull one clarifying card. Okay, I'm going to pull two. Oh, Capricorns. Okay, so what you need to hear from that previous 3 spread, though, is if the terms presented to you don't match up with the type of relationship that you want, it's really about not settling, because you got the 3 of Gabriel. Three ships are coming in, not just one. You're hitting an abundant phase in your love life, Capricorn, where you're likely going to start picking things up. You're probably going to start making eye contact with the hotties outside. You're going to get more hellos. You're going to get more dates. So don't just say yes to the first one or be disappointed if the first one didn't work out, because you're hitting the abundance phase. So underline that is, look, Capricorns, we got but I just want to go out and play. I want my playmate. Who's going to be my teammate? Who's looking out for me when I'm looking out for them? Who's going to be my fun buddy? But you got the fish card reversed. So that means that your block, your energy that's holding it back is that you're thinking there's not enough fish in the sea. But I've already met all the good men in this town. But all the good ones are already taken. I just want to go out and play, but all the good ones are already taken. So you got to hear that dual message. There's a part of you that wants it. There's a part of you that doesn't want it. You guys know how law of attraction manifest works. If you have 2 opposing forces, you're going this way, this way, this way, this way. The marriage is right here, but you're too busy being pulled. I want one. I don't want one. I want one. I don't want one. So you got to kind of incorporate in. What's the part of you that doesn't want it? I hear the objections. Well, I don't want one because they'll take all my money. I don't want one because they'll take all my time. I don't want one because they'll be abusive. You got to talk to that side of you that doesn't want it and see how you can integrate it to who you are. Like, well, hey, you know what? They're not going to take all your money because I'm not going to get a joint account with them again. So you got to talk to both sides so that these 2 opposing forces go this way and you get to the marriage, okay? So sometimes it will be like old trauma and fears that you'll have to heal and bring up. I have the meditation on I think it's on my homepage that would really help with this, guys. I think it's called How to Be Confident, Insecurity, Inner Child. If you just YouTube that, Kelly Lunt, Confident, Inner Child, it will come up. It has a green picture on it. That will really help with that. But sometimes there's just a part of, even if there's not like trauma or something that you have to go back and heal, if you just have a thought of, but all the good men are already taken, anytime you go out, that's when you're going to notice he's married, he's married, he's married. Oh, this guy who works 10 hours a week, $8 an hour, he's not taken because all the good ones are taken. So you got to become aware of those thoughts that are holding it back. So you can go, well, maybe not all the good ones are taken. Maybe they're not all taken. Maybe I've just met a lot of the ones who are taken, but maybe there's a few who aren't. The universe, can I meet those? Then you'll meet oh my God, I found this gem. But you got the 3 of Gabriel, so don't just jump at the first one and latch on. You're hitting abundance phase. All right, Capricorns. Let's move on to love, money, spiritual growth. And guys, give me a comment after the video in the comment section. Let me know, do you guys like this much in-depth? Is the video too long? Give me some feedback because I can cut some of this out. I just want to give you guys as much information as possible so that you get what you want in life. I want everyone to be happy. Okay, in terms of money, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great. Just to sum it up. It's not bad, but it's not great. So this one, it kind of looks like there's things that you're going to have to pay for that you either don't think you should pay for. There's going to be things that you're going to be paying for that you don't think you should have to pay for. It kind of looks like you're just going to be spending your money in a way where you're like, why do I have to be the one paying for it? Why can't they go work the overtime and pay for it? So you're definitely going to feel a little unfair of how your money is spent this month. And it looks like, okay, because the 8 of Gabriel is reversed, that's just, I'm not picking up like a big, huge windfall. It's kind of like let's say you're in a court case. That means the decision's not coming now. And it means that you think it's unfair that you have to pay a lawyer to even go to court. Like that's one way this could be playing out. How you're spending money, you're going to feel unfair. You're going to be like, I don't like that I have to spend money this way. Your big windfall is not coming in this month. And Seven of Arrow reverse, this is the card of don't get reckless with your money. Don't get reckless with your money. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Don't go on a spending spree. Because this card showed up, that means it's going to be tempting. But that means, like, if you, like, I'm very likely going to go on a trip with a friend. I got invited to 3 trips, though. I didn't go on all 3. If you did this one, that'd be like going on all 3. I went, no. Do I have the money? Yes, I could do it, but I want to spend my money elsewhere. I want to save it. I also value saving. I also value, other things. So I turned 2 down, and this one, I went, hey, you know what? I'll like spring forth for the fancy hotel, the nice hotel, the $250, $300 a night hotel. But I can't, like, 2 nights is my max. And while we're there, I don't want to eat out all 3 meals. Like, some of the meals, I just want to be like, if we eat out, I just want to like eat out and buy the oatmeal, the $4 oatmeal instead of the $15 breakfast plate. So it's not about not going out and having fun. It's just don't be reckless. Okay. So yeah, Capricorn, sorry. I wish I had better news, because I know us Capricorns like to work and we like our money. But in short, you're just going to be spending money in ways that you don't feel is 100% fair. And it's not a big windfall. I'm not seeing any loss of money, though. And it's don't go on a big spending spree. Oh, another part of this card too. When it's upright, it's like, how do I say it? Your harvest is about to come in. When it's reversed, it's at the don't worry, you've planted your harvest, it will come in. But it's like when it's upright, it's when you've been watering your plants, they've grown, and the apples are there. You now need to wait for them to ripen. Right now, your plant is at the phase of it's just about to start sprouting its first apple. So the work and the effort is there, and it's going to pay off in the long run. It's just your windfall's not coming in just yet. Okay, so in terms of spiritual growth, you got the 5 of Raphael reversed, you got the 8 of Gabriel reversed, and the 8 of Ariel upright. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, so I'm going to read these a little out of order. 8 of Ariel upright means you need to start taking some pride and having some sense of acknowledgement for how much you can do now. And like, go back. It's my favorite exercise that I give people in my masterminds. Go back 2 years ago. Go back 3 months ago. Go back 10 years ago. What were your problems then? What could you not do then that you could do now? Because you need to remind yourself how far you've come in terms of your spiritual growth. It also means, though, that the next bit of your spiritual growth is it looks like you got to read a book. I wish I had my spiritual growth book written for you guys, but I don't. Oren Dabin has a good one, Personal Power. Wait, what's it called? Personal Power Through Awareness. I think it's just called Personal Power, orendabin.com. You Are Psychic by P.A. Sanders is a good one. I'm reading that one right now. It's actually pretty good. If you want a little bit more academic breakdown, do the P.A. Sanders, You Are Psychic. If you want more of the spiritual approach, do the Oren Dabin, ORINDABEN.com. And it's there. I think it's called Personal Power Through Awareness, but you'll see it. They only have like 3 or 4 books on their website. So it definitely looks like, because sometimes for spiritual growth, sometimes it's about meditating and you get that awesome vision, or it's meditating, you get that awesome feeling in your body, or it's meditating and you start to hear your guides. Sometimes, though, you have to read a book to gain some knowledge on how to do it. So that's definitely the next step of it for you. Okay, so it also kind of looks like for the mental stuff to move through, you got to let go of thinking that you're alone and that you're on your own. You were a spiritual being who came down to have fun on earth. So there's the spiritual side of you and there's the human side of you. You're one. It's about knowing that the spiritual side of you is always connected to source, always connected to all that is. The collective consciousness is different. Source, all that is, God, it's always connected to that. So you are never alone. You may not be getting the things that you want on the human level. You may not be getting that pay raise. You may not be getting that delicious man to be kissing and making out with. You may not be getting at whatever it is you want, but it doesn't mean, like, get over feeling abandoned. In short, get over feeling abandoned. Why aren't my spirit guides talking to me today? If you start thinking that and saying that, then you're the ones blocking yourselves, Capricorn. It's got to be, whew. Because think of that boundary exercise I told you. Don't say what you don't want. That's the first step. And then move towards, Well, I can't hear my spirit guides. I can't hear my spirit guides. If you keep saying that, you're not going to be able to get it. You got to go to, oh, I can't hear them as clearly as I would like to. Well, I would like to hear them. This is the good thing I want to move towards. I would like to hear my spirit guides more. Then your inner being, your soul, knows where you're at, knows you want to be here, hearing your soul more. It's going to guide you to the book that you need to read to get there. It's going to guide you to the meditation to get there. Because guys, it's never about, I did this one meditation. It was so profound. It changed my life. And it's the only end-all, be-all meditation that I'll ever need. When you have a meditation or a book or like a reading with someone that is that impactful, that means that it happened to be for this leg of your journey, the very next step for you. But then that becomes down here, and then you got to take another one. So you're at another big leap. You're at another big quantum leap. It's kind of like, middle schoolers have different teachers than high schoolers. High schoolers have different teachers than college. You are graduating from middle school and you're going to high school. So get yourself some new books, get yourself some new practices, get yourself some new toolkits. There's always new practices. I've read a little bit about shamanism. I've read a little bit about, I always keep reading to keep expanding my tool sets, and they all do kind of break down to the same fundamental essence. But when you hear things in different ways, that's what this is about. Your next level of spiritual growth is really about being willing to hear things in a different way. Maybe it's booking a reading with a new spiritual teacher. If you want one with me, you can go to my website. If you book the 90-minute intensive, I guarantee that I will see you within 5 business days. Or it might be a reading with someone else, or it might be a book. You got to go through your next quantum leap. All right, Capricorns, that's a big month for you guys, and that was a really long video. So give me comments afterwards. Let me know, do you like them this long, this detailed, or do you want them shorter? Give me some feedback, guys, because that was a lot of information. But I love you guys. Overall, it's a pretty good month for you guys. Love you. Bye.